So, it's been a while since I showed you guys any curator picks, and recently I got this key here for Dungeon of Edera. So, let's jump into it, shall we? Now, a note while this is basically like, updating and launching, I guess. This is basically hacking slash Rogue-lite, and it's essentially going to be like released already, so you guys can already purchase on Steam. I believe it's going to be released in early access first. Though I'll note the time I'm basically playing this is before is even available to anyone to play. So, pre-release I'm playing right now. Bear that in mind in case stuff changes. And just to throw out the disclaimer, of course, I did receive a key for this from the Steam curator for this Roguelikes group I'm basically a part of. So, bear that in mind. All right, well. Looks like I got a couple minutes for this to basically, load up here, so... While it's basically happening, because, gotta update things. Here's the store page, basically, so yeah. It's a dungeon crawler featuring procedure-generated levels, where you battle through hordes of monsters to restore Edera to its former glory. It's by Monster 2 Studios. The release date's gonna be August 28th, though. I'm basically playing this, as you can see, a day and 12 hours beforehand. And yes, basically, about this game, you unite the faction of Edera, you never play the same dungeon twice, you play your character your way. Persistent progression, apparently. And leave a legacy, so spend your gold to rebuild your faction with upgrades to persist through death and aid your next adventure. So, perhaps a little bit of, Dungeon Man's going on here, perhaps. We will see. Oh, that's perfect timing, isn't it? Let's get into it, shall we? And allow access, because, need to allow access for my games to be played. Alright, so early access gameplay. Well, perfect. There is a slider for a massive volume here, as well as for music and sound effects and dialogue. That's always good to see. We have graphics modes here, of course. Apparently, you can invert the mouse. Alright, so jump straight into a dungeon with a random character, and every talent available to unlock. Character death is permanent, but 50% gold found will be transferred to your stash. Interesting. But let's jump into a campaign, shall we? Looks like there's little, hints as you load up your screens, but not gonna be a little too fast for them to really be seen, I guess.
Long has the continent of Edera been ruled by the Osweri Empire, keeping peace among the numerous factions of peoples who live within their boundaries, with fair leadership and representation. The peace did not last, however, as the line of emperors became corrupt with greed and power, and as they began to launch campaign after campaign to claim even more land and riches. Their demand on their subjects grew ever more until they reached a breaking point. A rebellion was born, as the factions of the North banded together to march into the heartland of the Empire to put a stop to it. The hard-fought rebellion was broken at the foot of Norak, the Empire's prized capital. But with the Osweri spread so thin, they were able to broker a truce. The Osweris granted them their independence in return for an end to the fighting. But as the years passed, and the factions' anger and pain against the Osweris were forgotten, old rivalries began to surface between the Arbenum state, the Sufrak clans, and the Wakara bands, breaking the trust between the factions of Edera. This does not go unnoticed by the Osweri Empire, whose ever-aggressive emperor looks upon the free lands of Edera with hungry eyes. You and your family lived a simple life within the Arbidum state as farmers, making a living bringing crops to market every year, nothing out of the ordinary happening until 2 years ago, with the arrival of a mysterious man who stumbled onto your farm, barely clinging to his life. He was injured and on the verge of death, and your parents, kind-hearted folk, tended to his wounds and allowed him to work on the farm while he slowly recovered. You came to know this man as Scovis, and grew quite fond of him as he taught you simple sword-fighting techniques and enchanted you with his tales of adventure all over the world. Scovis was always talking about the aggression of the Osweri Empire. But your parents did not want to hear it. Nothing could make them leave their home. Even when rumors of Suffrak raiding parties started, they believed that nothing would ever happen to their village and way of life. Unbeknownst to anyone, the Osweri Empire is on the march, looking to reclaim their ancient land. Your town just happens to be one of the first victims of a merciless Osweri campaign of revenge.
Alright, well, interesting backstory.
Kid. Hey, kid. Come on, kid. You've got to get up. You okay? We need to see if anyone is still alive, and what we can salvage. Take this. I took it from one of those Osweri dogs.
Alright, well, what happened here?
The Osweri army invaded, kid. Done a fine job of making sure hardly anything was left. They're the huge empire to the south, who we ain't on friendly terms with. I'm gonna go check the field to see if anyone else survived. Nothing to it, kiddo. Either swing or thrust. Whatever feels natural to you. Sorry to ruin your interpretation of what is right and just, but this is what war really is. Either you defend yourself and kill those who want you dead, or join those you see laying on the ground. I'm sorry this happened, but we have to clear the town of Osweri soldiers, or we will be next.
Alright, well, there's the background, I guess, of what's going on here. We've been attacked already. The search the town for survivors. So, press shift to run, WASD to move around. Very standard keys, you know. I don't see a stamina bar anywhere. But that could be something that'll like be appearing, you know, combat. So we have some enemies, I guess. Can I sneak up on him, I wonder? Doesn't look to be that sort of, you know, game, so... Well, I don't have much HP apparently. Well, I'm not dead yet. So half, you know, HP from that potion. It looks like I regenerate a little bit, but you know, not a whole lot. Got you. Couple more down there, apparently. So, you know, this is your standard hack and slash roguelike, I guess. I assume it's just like, you know, all... basically, like, you know, this isn't procedure generated, just part, but, like, you know, I assume like this is basically going to be, like, you know, the same all, you know, all time, you know, starting out. But whatever. Let's get up here, I guess. I want to try and get all the experience and goodies I can if it's like, you know, a thing. I'm not sure if you guys experience anything for killing stuff, but, you know. I'm sure looting stuff for stuff is a thing. There's a chest. I have to say that the controls feel a bit clunky, because, you know, it's like, it doesn't seem to be like any dodge or anything like that. You just, like, you know, get into like an attack combo and that's basically how it works. Now I wonder how like skills work in this game. Okay, so there's like a dodge. You can do like a sort of leaping jump, I guess. Now, I'll note that it seems to be very skill-based, so... you basically want to know like when to dodge, when not to dodge, stuff like that. Jump, shift, the space. That's my ability. Looks like my mana recharges, so that's a good thing. You know, I kind of prefer my jump key to be like, you know, its own thing, but whatever. This might be controls that are set up for, you know, a controller, possibly.
Oi, thanks. Glad you came along. Don't think I would have survived if you didn't.
What are you still doing around here?
When I heard the town was under attack, I ran here to pack up all my merchandise, and a soldier on a mounted horse kicked me cart on top of me.
You injured at all?
My leg has been hurt bad, but I got myself some potions that will help. I'll give you one. Might help while you explore around here.
You couldn't leave all your merchandise behind?
No way! You wouldn't have anything to buy.
Will you be okay for now?
Oh, I should be. Pretty sure if anything happens, you will hear the gut-wrenching screams a mile away. Think you can handle the rest of the troops in town by yourself?
Doing okay so doing okay so far.
Good luck.
Alright, well. There goes him. I like the fact he sort of like move like forward constantly, but you know, whatever. I also think that these guys should like alert each other, but whatever. Okay, so I do have a stamina bar. It's basically based for like, you know, slashing and fighting and stuff, but not for like, you know, running basically doesn't seem effective. It's just for dodges and attacking. So, all right. Down you go. Find my parents, apparently. You know, I really think they should have some arches here, but whatever. And yeah, it seems a little boring, the target acquisition of the enemies here. Down you go. I didn't really search the village. Is there anything here, I wonder? Besides the person? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, I can mount stuff. Alright, that's neat. Can I just, like, mount if I, like, you know... Guess not. Can't enter the home here, I guess. Oh, breakables. They're a thing. What's my inventory look like? I wonder. Alright, so I found my talents finally. I'm not even sure if I'm leveling up or anything like that yet, so that's a thing. You know, I wonder if I could actually put this stuff on. Yeah, I can. Cool. So here's the Club of the Fool. These are gonna give me more damage apparently, but less armor. This one click basically is, you know, equip stuff, I guess. Let's put this on. Well, I can't pick this stuff up, I guess, so move along. By the way, apparently, like, you know, you just hit shift once and you start running. You don't have to hold or anything. Oh, that guy's got a Kite Shield, apparently. So, shields basically block shots, of course. Mine included, theirs included, you know. That's just how it works. Quick select potions with V. Drink health potion with G. Alright, so you got a, you know, scroll wheel. It looks like it's very standard, like, you know, a lot of stuff here. Now, I wonder, like, these guys respawn or anything like that. I can see that being a thing. And yeah, I'll note by if I, like, hit shift, I start running. If I hit again, I stop running. If I stop, move. You guys always start, I guess, like, jogging us here first. Up, who's dead? Is this Dad?
I'm sorry, kid, but too late.
Okay.
Come on and get a hold of yourself. I know you just lost your folks, but we need to regroup. There could be more of those Azwari dogs around. Able to pick yourself up and dust yourself off?
I can't just leave my parents here.
I'm not sure what to tell you. Decide what you want to do quickly, and let's keep going. There will be time to mourn your parents after this ordeal has passed.
So, I think we should bury them. They would like that.
Sure thing, kid. Let's get them from under this rubble, and we will bury them once we know the area is cleared.
Kill the raid leader? Alright, that's not a thing. Looks like I can loot my farm here. Are you coming with me? Oh, look at that, we got us a friend. And yeah, apparently I have to, like, you know, shift and, like, you know, spacebar to, like, mount stuff, I guess, and be, like, right close to it. What's down here? Alright, let's get some stuff. This gives me more lightning damage, more attack speed, more armor. That's just clearly better. It seems very Diablo-esque, like, you know, inspired, with, like, it's like loot rot large type of system. Now, are you following me? You are. I wonder if it's like friendly fire in this game or not. That might be a thing to watch out for. Now, apparently that guy warped to me, so if you run away from your party members, they will eventually, like, you know, spawn. Yeah, I'd say, like, you know, something I'd change for this game and make it so, like, the guys are a lot more, like, you know, susceptible to, like, you know, close on you if you start attacking one soldier. It seems right now they're a little bit too, shall I say, unalert. Seems like I don't have any problems, you know, fighting these guys. Now, I wonder if, like, he's got HP showing anywhere, because, like, you know... Oh yeah, it's right there in the bottom. So he's got an HP bar on, like, the, like, you know, bottom left. There's something in there. Not sure I get to it though. Well, let's just move on, I guess. We're gonna have to kill this guy. Now, what is that guy? A shield guy, maybe? Oh, this guy likes to charge, apparently. And you guys from the back is apparently a good way of getting past the shields. Obviously. Ooh, whirling a bit.
Taste my fury!
So that was the raid leader. Alright, so I guess we get experience by killing bosses. Let's kill this guy first before I forget about him. Yeah, I sort of wish like you sort of like turn to face these guys somewhat when you're basically fighting them. Well, we killed him. Alright, let's just get this done. Can't pick that or anything, so I guess you need a skill for it. Alright, so perk gain. Infused with magical water to the crystal oasis.
What, kid? How would you like to get revenge on these dogs?
No, leave me out of this.
Huh. You're funny, kid. You just want to keep farming and pretend like all of this didn't even happen?
Yes, totally.
The fact you can joke around like that means you're doing all right. Good to see.
Let's make them pay for all this.
Good choice. As you know, I've got former military experience. I'm just not as young as I once was. But you kid are young and full of energy and hatred for the Osweri Empire.
What must I do?
Just leave it to me. I will show you how to wage war.
Let's go. Alright, so there's like, you know, the opening I guess done. I didn't really go around killing everything I could, but you know, you got a nice mix of like units there. Also, they can have special abilities as well. Alright, so I guess this is where we actually like make our own characters, right? We're past tutorial land. We basically have 3 factions by the looks of it. We have the Arbidium. The Kingdom of Arbidium is more like a modern-day democracy still ruled by king. The king in question is the ruler, but lets the Council of 11 make most of the ruling decisions. He feels giving the people some representation is best to get help for a fair kingdom. We got the suffrage down here. I guess we can't pick the other two just yet, so... oh well. With the best formal army outside of the Oswald Empire, and the best weapons forged by steel, the Arbidium Kingdom is a force to be reckoned with. So... you might randomize your appearance, I guess, so like however you want to. Put on hardcore if you want. And I guess I'm gonna be called Preston here, because why not? Okay, so you're gonna like you can go in here to like, you know, adjust your thing, like, you know, adjust your hair colors. What type of beard you have. If you want one. Let's go with this hair. There's the eye colors, so, you know, a few eye colors. And then, like, you know, the face itself and the head. Well, there we go. And of course you got your shirts, so, you know, tops. Actually, it looks just fine like that, so let's create. So, Town Hub tips. Welcome to your first Town Hub. Here you can find a stash, quest givers, merchants, and postings that will bring you in special trainers to open up new town tree. Check your map to easily identify where you can be found. Additional trainers, merchants, and other special characters will be available as you press further into the campaign. Unlock additional trainers with gold. Stash items will participate in characters. Press the indicator to continue. Alright, so...
Welcome back, my friend. What can I do for you?
Alright, so, you survived. Show me your wares. I can sell her stuff if I don't need it, I guess, so... am I equipping anything right now? I really should be, just so you know. I know what I want to keep. One of the Ox, that's, for mages and stuff. So it looks like it affects your character by the way, like, you know, when wearing stuff, so... You put the stuff on, you can, like, you know, do a lot better. What does soulbound mean, I wonder? Does it mean, like, you know, I can't take it off? That might be what that means. It's bound to me. Right then, so... I can put that in my offhand, I guess, the wand. I bet if I have that in the offhand, I can use it to cast stuff, so... I might try and test that out.
Welcome back, my friend. What can I do for you?
She just sort of gets up, I guess, when, like, you, talk to her, so whatever. And yeah, notice that the stuff basically that I'm equipping now basically, like, doesn't show up, so... At least they have that working, so, like, you know, you can sort of, like, you know, sell off your stuff. And of course you can buy apparently a lot of stuff. Here's weapons, you got armors, potions, spells, tools. I assume it's not that important buying stuff early on, so, you know, whatever.
Okay, I've got some good news, some not so good news, and some bad news. What do you want to hear first, kid?
Okay, so what's the good news?
We should have all we need to get things started again.
All we need?
Wood from the forest, water from the river, and food from both. You never been taught how to survive in the wild?
Yay, totally. Dad trained me on how to do all that. I may need a little tiny bit of help in that.
We got a long way to go.
What's first on the list?
How's your hunting skills?
It's basic survival. We can't rebuild this town to get revenge on Osweiry Empire with an empty stomach, kid. Let's test out your gathering skills on nearby forests, so... It looks like you're gonna have me go, like, you know, hunting, you know, like, some basic critters, I guess. Alright, well, let's see what this is all about. Do a basic quest. So leaving a dungeon will abandon your current quest. That's good to know. And we're now in the forest. To gather 15 berries. I assume there's stuff like wolves around and stuff like that I have to watch out for. Is this an enemy? Yep. This is an undead enemy. Well, interesting. We had undead enemies popping out. I can see, like, you know, dodging being a big thing I have to sort of do here, I guess. But whatever. Good, I got them both. Ah, here we go, berries. There's a robe. I just ran into the berries to pick them up, apparently. More berries over here, I guess. I wonder how much this is inspired by, like, say, Dark Souls and stuff like that, with, like, you know, it's like, you know, ruling type of behavior. Oh, I ran out of stamina. So stamina's a big thing you have to watch out for, I guess, because, you know, you run out of it. Oh, he's got a shield. That'll be annoying. Now, a question I'm wondering here is, do these guys perhaps, resurrect, or not resurrect, but heal him, you know, self-heal? You know what? Those guys are orcs. I'm fighting orcs and goblins here. I thought they were undead, but I guess they're orcs. Oh, I attracted some attention there. I have to say, like, you know, the only thing I think that really should be done here is that there should be a lot more ranged characters, like, popping out in the early beginnings. There's not really enough, like, you know, challenge here from these guys just yet. Armored. No, let's just get letters stuff this guy. There we go. Okay, what happens now? So I can summon a town portal if I want to, or keep exploring. I finished this bushes for most parts, so let's get back, I guess, at this point. So very Diablo, you have like town portals and stuff. So, vendor. Alright, I salvaged some supplies to make a fishing rod and lure from the recreation town. And when you know, if we already have lures around here, they didn't seem very tough. Just scavengers looking for an easy score. Don't just stand there, get after them. So, basically go fight someone. I didn't actually sell anything there, that's kind of going to be an issue, but whatever. I don't like the idea like just starting a quest immediately, but like that. But you know, I guess once you like you understand, like you know, you answer a question, you just take it like that. You know, you'll have like you know, old hat sooner or later. Oh, there's some loot. So kill scavengers and garrison loot. There's one. Wait for me a little closer when my stamina gets back. Down he went. Shield guy. Yeah, that guy was annoying, but whatever. Down he goes. I guess this guy is, you know, locked up here so he can't get down. No, he's just locked in the thing there. So he got locked in a train, that guy. You know, I have to say, it's like, you know, it feels like it's a bit clunky, but, you know, it's also in early access, so I assume it'll be, like, improved as it goes along. Down he goes. Ah, traps. There, Fang. Will you die in traps? He will. That's interesting. I'm always a big fan of, like, you know, trapped hurrying pings, and, you know, that's cool. Only real problem I see is the fact that they're kind of stupid, the AI, so... And it's gonna make luring them into traps kind of a thing. That's done. Couple shield bumps and he's down. I suppose another thing to point out, there doesn't seem to be any woman in this game. And I suppose that shouldn't be, like, you know, expected from an indie game that they'll have, like, you know, woman characters, but, you know. They should have some woman models, I think, you know, popping up at least somewhat. I haven't seen any. Oh, an archer finally. We're gonna just fight this guy here and then we'll deal with him. Down he goes. Well, we got ourselves a new breastplate. I'll check my loot by way at, you know, toward the end basically when we get to it, but for now we're, you know, just doing whatever. Are you injured already? Down he goes. Yeah, these guys are probably walking in traps, I think, so... It needs some improvement, I think, the, you know, traps. Now, I assume this is a procedurally generated, like, area here, by the way, because, you know, I can assume, like, this being, like, procedurally generated is a thing. Well, these guys seem to turn out pretty well. Oh, this guy's been injured by traps already. You know, I wonder if it's a thing perhaps that, like, you know, it could be a thing where, like, these guys will actually, like, get killed if they count as a kill, like, to the kill town or not. I can see there being an issue of, like, these guys don't count the kills if, you know, trap kills them and not you. Well, he's down. Alright, here's like a proper trap, like, you know, in the way. I'm not even sure I'm going the right way anymore, by the way. I'm lost, so... Oh, I'm overweight, so that's a thing. You can get overweight, apparently. There's, like, down there, your cap. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't tell what's, like, good loot or what's bad loot at this point, so... I guess we're just gonna go through here and just, like, see, like, you know... Whoops. I think right clicks drop stuff, so... We're dropping stuff there. We'll ditch that. Alright, now let's properly ditch stuff, so... We're gonna ditch that robe. That's a short bow of sorcery, apparently. The current buckle it has is listed, you know, regular old things, so why not just ditch it? I assume things that have, like, you know, like, actual things on, like, you know, uncommon stuff like that means that they actually have, like, you know, some value to them, so... That's apparently got lifesteal, that weapon. Interesting. That's probably worth something. Let's put that on. Well, I guess more damage than armor. That's got, you know, worse attack speed, but a little bit other stuff on it. It looks like weapons have a block chance, by the way, so you have to keep that in mind, apparently. And this has got more armor, but less damage. So you need range down to by the way use a bow, so that's a thing in this game. Alright, enough of that. Let's just go kill these guys. Wow, it's a lot of guys all at once. Are y'all guarding supplies? Ow. Alright, so you need to have a shield to use the shield bash. And I'm not sure what the wand really does, so... I feel let's put back on a shield for now. Since, you know, they do stuff for me. I have to say, that's a lot of dudes up ahead. I may not want to be going up this way, but whatever, we're just gonna fight them. Bring of the Rogue. That could be useful. Oh, there's automatic equip stuff, so that is a thing. Alright, we got 3 here. I've already killed, by the way, all the scanners I really need to at this point, but you know, whatever. The real question is, where's the supplies? What did I leave down here? There's a club. I'm overweight again. You can ditch that club, it's just, you know, whatever. There's a Kite Shield. Let's put that on. So you want to be very careful with your loot, because, you know, it takes up quite a bit, your loot, apparently. None of them really got to the traps, so that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Well, I got a skill level up. You know, I guess you do get kills for killing people. Not just from bosses. Overweight again, of course. I think at this point it's going to start ditching stuff that, you know... Is this uncommon? And perhaps low level, so... Maybe I'll ditch that. I'll ditch that. Ditch that club. There. There's a little weight. Finally found some supplies. Die, please. I need to get 4 more supplies. Hopefully I'll find soon. There we go. Shield bash this guy to death. Alright, well, I basically cleared everything down here, so... Where do I find the rest of the loot as a thing? This looks promising. Okay, I have been down this way, so... I think we keep going this way, we'll get to where we need to go. There's that locked chest. There's the guy. So, we found him again. And we found some supplies. Yeah, I think they definitely have to, like, you know, improve some of the things in this game. Probably make so guys don't run into, like, you know, obvious traps. Maybe making them a little bit more alert. So they can at least, like, you know, all charge you at once, perhaps. Oh, overweight again. So you need 2-handed talent for his 2-handed weapons, that's good to know. That's a war axe to the Phoenix brand, 1-handed melee weapon. Dick shit. I'm just gonna ditch anything that's level 3 for most part, I think, so. And we'll ditch that. Is this the way to go? I don't know. We'll see. I see people. There we go. Let's let the traps do some work here, right? He flew! Well, I will say that's comical at least. Well, kill this guy first, I guess. Pick this up. Hopefully certain things like lockpicks don't weigh you down. Or else I'm going to be weighed down by quite a bit, I think. And hopefully this is the slides, like, you know, I need up here. Yep, there we go. Whoop. Quest complete. Luckily, archers don't seem to do a whole lot of damage to you, so that's a plus. In my book. I'll go through this in a moment, I guess, but you know. Silverweight. Thick stat. And we'll dig stat. Alright, well. There's probably more I could loot here, but let's just get going. And let's, like, you know, go back to the town instead, so we can basically conclude this. So, basically it looks like it's basically, like, you know, progression driven, where, like, you know, you go through, like, you know, quest after quest, kind of like Diablo style. And it looks like you have, like, this, like, storyline where, like, you're rebuilding your town and, like, you know, taking it back to the enemy, so to speak. It's just, like, you know, two people you interact with here, and that's it. I guess so. I guess that makes sense. There's not a whole lot of survivors, right? So, there's not a whole lot you can do with it.
Welcome back, my friend. What can I do for you?
Alright, well, this is basically the dungeons of Edera. Currently, this is like the early access like gameplay for it, and of course, it's basically going to be like released by the time you see this video. I've been named DFuxa. It looks like it's a promising idea for a game. I think like some of the combat could be improved a little bit, so like it's a little bit smoother. Make it so, like, you know, you're like a little more liable to face the enemy, I guess, when you're like doing combos and attacks and stuff like that. But you know, it felt good. Take care, all.